The Indian subcontinent, a land of ancient history and vibrant cultures. Our story begins thousands of years ago in the Indus Valley. This civilization flourished around 2500 BCE. It was a sophisticated society with advanced urban planning and trade. The Indus people left behind intricate artifacts. They developed a system of writing which remains undeciphered. The decline of the Indus Valley civilization gave rise to new cultures. The Vedic period followed the Indus. This era was marked by the arrival of Indo-Aryan people. Their sacred texts, the Vedas, laid the foundation for Hinduism. The rise of powerful kingdoms like the Mauryan Empire marked a new era. The Indian subcontinent has been a cradle of diverse religions. Hinduism, with its roots in the Vedas, is one of the world's oldest religions. It encompasses a wide range of deities, philosophies, and practices. Buddhism emerged as a distinct faith in the 6th century BCE. It was founded by Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha. Buddha's teachings emphasized compassion, non-violence, and the pursuit of enlightenment. Buddhism spread from India to other parts of Asia. It left an indelible mark on art, architecture, and philosophy. Islam made its way to the region through trade and conquest. The arrival of Islam introduced new cultural and religious practices. Religious tolerance and syncretism became hallmarks of Indian society. Different communities coexisted, exchanging ideas and influencing each other's beliefs and practices. The Mughal Empire left an indelible mark on the Indian subcontinent. Founded by Babur in the 16th century, the Mughals brought with them a rich Persianate culture. They established a vast empire that stretched across much of present-day India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. The Mughal era was a period of significant cultural fusion. The Mughals were patrons of art, architecture, and literature. They built magnificent mosques, tombs, and forts that still stand today. The Taj Mahal, a masterpiece of Mughal architecture, is a timeless symbol of love and architectural brilliance. Akbar the Great promoted religious tolerance and sought to create a harmonious society. The Mughal Empire began to decline in the 18th century. This paved the way for the entry of European powers, particularly the British East India Company.
Section 5. The British Raj Exploitation and Resistance. The British Raj, the period of direct British rule in India, lasted for nearly 2 centuries. It was an era of profound transformation. The British brought with them their language, laws, and institutions. They sought to reshape Indian society according to their own worldview. The British implemented policies designed to extract wealth from India. They transformed the Indian economy into a supplier of raw materials for British industries. This led to widespread poverty and hardship for the Indian population. Despite the oppressive nature of colonial rule, Indians resisted British domination in various ways. Religious leaders, intellectuals, and ordinary people rose up against British policies. The Sepoy Mutiny of 1857 was a watershed moment in the struggle against British rule. The mutiny was brutally suppressed by the British, but it left an indelible mark on the psyche of both the rulers and the ruled.
Section 6. Gandhi's Vision, Satyagraha, and the Struggle for Freedom. By the early 20th century, the Indian nationalist movement had gained momentum. Leaders like Mahatma Gandhi emerged, advocating for complete independence from British rule. Gandhi, deeply influenced by his experiences in South Africa, developed a unique philosophy of non-violent resistance known as Satyagraha. Gandhi's Satyagraha, meaning truth force, called for non-violent resistance to injustice and oppression. He believed in the power of love, truth, and non-violence to overcome hatred and tyranny. Gandhi's message resonated with millions of Indians from all walks of life. He became the undisputed leader of the independence movement. Gandhi led a series of non-violent campaigns against British rule. The Salt Satyagraha in 1930 captured the world's attention. Gandhi's unwavering commitment to non-violence made him a formidable force that the British found difficult to suppress.
Section 7. Partition, a nation divided. As India moved closer to independence, the issue of Muslim representation and the demand for a separate Muslim state gained prominence. Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the leader of the Muslim League, argued that Muslims and Hindus were two distinct nations. He demanded the creation of Pakistan, a separate homeland for Muslims. The partition of India was a tumultuous and tragic event. In 1947, the British government announced the partition of British India into two independent dominions, India and Pakistan. The partition triggered one of the largest mass migrations in human history. Millions of Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs were forced to flee their homes and cross newly drawn borders. Violence erupted in many parts of the country, claiming the lives of hundreds of thousands of people. The partition left an enduring legacy of pain, displacement, and mistrust between India and Pakistan. Section 8. The Birth of Pakistan, Jinnah's Dream, A People Uprooted. The creation of Pakistan was the culmination of Jinnah's vision of a separate homeland for Muslims in South Asia. Jinnah, a lawyer by training and a charismatic leader, had initially advocated for Hindu-Muslim unity within a united India. However, he became increasingly disillusioned with the Congress Party's dominance and what he perceived as its neglect of Muslim interests. Pakistan, meaning land of the pure, was founded on the idea of a nation based on Islamic principles. The new nation faced numerous challenges from the outset. It inherited a truncated economy, limited infrastructure, and a massive influx of refugees fleeing violence in India. Jinnah, revered as Quaid-e-Azam, great leader, became Pakistan's first governor-general. He played a pivotal role in shaping the country's early years. Millions of Muslims from different parts of India migrated to the newly created nation, seeking a new life. These refugees, known as Mohajirs, played a significant role in shaping Pakistan's social, cultural, and political landscape. Pakistan's early years were marked by political instability and economic challenges.
Section 9. Bangladesh. A struggle for identity and language. The partition of India also led to the creation of East Pakistan, separated from West Pakistan by over 1,000 miles of Indian territory. East Pakistan, despite having a larger population, faced economic and political marginalization from the West Pakistani elite. The Bengali language and culture of East Pakistan were often suppressed in favor of Urdu. The language movement of 1952 was a turning point in the history of East Pakistan. Bengalis took to the streets to demand recognition of their language and culture. The movement was met with brutal repression by the West Pakistani authorities, but it ignited a spirit of Bengali nationalism. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman emerged as the leading voice for Bengali autonomy and self-determination. The Awami League's landslide victory in the 1970 general elections further fueled Bengali aspirations for self-rule. Section 10. The Liberation War. A nation forged in blood and courage. The Bangladesh Liberation War of 1971 was a defining moment in the history of Bangladesh and the Indian subcontinent. The war was sparked by the Pakistani government's brutal crackdown on Bengali civilians in East Pakistan. The Mukti Bahini, a guerrilla force composed of Bengali civilians and military personnel, fought valiantly against the Pakistani army. The war witnessed widespread atrocities and human rights violations, with millions of Bengalis displaced and hundreds of thousands killed. India, under the leadership of Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, provided crucial support to the Bangladeshi freedom fighters. Indian military intervention in December 1971 proved decisive in turning the tide of the war in favor of Bangladesh. After a 9-month-long struggle, Pakistan surrendered to the joint forces of Bangladesh and India on December 16, 1971. The liberation of Bangladesh marked the birth of a new nation founded on the principles of democracy, secularism, and social justice. Section 11. Three Nations. Shared Histories. India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. Today, India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, three nations with shared histories and intertwined destinies, have charted their own paths since independence. Each country has faced its own set of challenges and triumphs. They continue to grapple with the legacies of colonialism, partition, and internal conflicts. India, the largest democracy in the world, has emerged as a major economic power. It has made significant strides in various fields, including technology, space exploration, and poverty reduction. However, India continues to face challenges such as poverty, inequality, and communal tensions. Pakistan has faced political instability and military coups throughout its history. The country has grappled with terrorism, extremism, and economic challenges. However, Pakistan has also made progress in recent years in terms of democratic consolidation and economic growth. Bangladesh, once a struggling nation, has made remarkable progress in areas such as poverty reduction, healthcare, and women's empowerment. Despite their shared history and cultural ties, India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh continue to navigate complex relationships.